Hello, everybody. It's Junie the Wizard, and I'm back here again for another quick message today. I'm trying to get a little quicker with these. Filming a few today. I'm gonna upload these whenever I feel like it. You know the vibes, just kind of chill. I have a little selenite, gonna cleanse the energy. Start off the vibes kind of fresh. I have some music playing in the background, just very low volume. Just so music, I love music and ASMR and stuff like that. It really helps me concentrate. I got the Astro Dice as per usual, and then I've got the Prism Oracle. And this doesn't come with a guidebook, but I did find the PDF online, but I'm not gonna use that honestly. Like I want to start practice using my oracles more and even create some of my own cards using index cards. Like I actually do want to do that, but I don't feel called to do that just yet. I want to practice some of the oracles that I do have and either work off of the guidebooks or sometimes just using the cards of my own intuition. I really like practicing that. So I was just going to start the vibes off with that today and the Astro Dice and just trying to get a quick little message as well as with the tarot cards and see what we get. So I just want to say a quick little prayer that Spirit be with us and that we deliver a message that is helpful for the collective and that we deliver this with grace and I'm hearing with unity. With unity, like we want to feel more aligned. So those are the vibes. So Spirit, please guide us and let's give a hopeful message for the collective and see what we get. We've got the 9th house, Leo, Venus and Leo in the 9th house. Having some pretty strong ambitions, very ambitious values and goals and desires. Let's see what other vibes we're getting with the mood cards. Hunger, intense hunger. And again with that golden Leo energy. Let's just get one more vibe card, see what we get. Please, Spirit. Peace. A hunger for peace with this Leo energy and the 9th house about your beliefs. Something about like the principles here, your own belief systems, your own values, your own set of principles in regards to you. Really feeling that hunger, that desire. It's almost like a need to live, like this hunger card. It's almost like the sun. It's like you need it to live. Like we all need the sun to live, to shine on us. And then it says hunger. So it's like, So it's again, like maybe you've been feeling a bit empty lately or feeling like you want to be filled up with something a bit more of vitality. But then again, with this peace card, so peaceful, like you want to be in, I feel like you want to go to peace. Like I'm thinking of like the 6 of Swords tarot card, like maybe moving on to calmer waters. But again, with this Leo energy, it has something to do about you. And again, with the 9th house, so very fiery. With Venus, it's about like attracting it towards you, not so much because Venus is about that receptive energy. So it's like the opposite of Mars where you go for things and you're ambitious, but it's almost like Venus and Leo. It's like you know what you want, you know who you are, you know what you stand for, and now you sort of want to attract that towards you, sort of bring in the vibes of peace, abundance. Ooh, good for you. I see you're on the right track. Not that we're ever on the wrong track, honestly. I mean, it depends on how you look at it, but let's see what other tarot cards we get. Give it a little shuffle. Get a little more comfortable here. I'm just kind of sitting on the floor. I don't really have a fancy setup. I just kind of work with what I got. But it's comfortable. I like it. Let's see here. Just get a few more tarot cards vibes. Yeah, with that 9th house, it has something to do about like maybe like lately, you know what you stand for. You've been learning a lot more about yourself and you want to like see that in your reality more by having it come to you. 4 of Wands here, you know, you want that stability. You want that to bring that to you. And then also 9 of Cups. Ooh, so 4 of Wands, 9 of Cups. I just split the deck here. 4 of Wands, 9 of Cups. That's like you want that happy. 4 of Wands is kind of like that, like, for lack of a better term, it's like happy wife, happy life, or like, you know, like you want the good life. It's almost like kind of the leveled down version of the 10 of Pentacles, if you get my drift. The 4 of Wands is like where you feel happy at home and like you're peaceful. You have like a happy it's kind of like giving like, oh, it's just me and my boyfriend or me and my girlfriend, and we like have a lot of food and like maybe like a pet or two and like a lot of good movies at home, and like we're really secure and stable. And then Nine of Cups, that's like you're abundant and that you have an overflow of that, but also emotionally you feel like there's just too much. There's too many things to do, too many options. Not Seven of Cups, but Nine of Cups is like more so abundance, to where it's like I have so many cups that are already overflowing. I just gotta pick whatever I want, pick your poison type of thing. Like you walk into a bar, like whatever drink you want, whatever soda you want. You walk into a convenience store. I love going to a convenience store and just looking at the array of sodas that they have and like all the cool flavors. Like I can pick whichever one I want. Like which flavor am I gonna get today? Which Red Bull flavor am I gonna get today? Sort of like that kind of vibe. And like you just, but more so like feeling that in your heart space, but again, your beliefs, like wanting to see that in your waking reality. You want to see that come to reality. Again, four, that's stability. You want to see that stabilize and materialize in your real life. You want to bring that to real life. That sort of hunger for it, that zest for life, that vitality. Ooh. So please, Spirit, I'm sorry, I'm trying to like position my legs in a way that's more comfortable. Maybe this will be. I just want to get like a shuffle, just maybe one or two cards, maybe something. Ugh. Okay, I'm trying way too hard. I'm like starting to hurt. Ooh, that really says something there. I'm not shuffling these cards right. But yeah, so far the vibes is like, yeah, you really want to feel like you've already done a lot of work, like knowing what you want. Now it's like sort of like, okay, how do I bring that in here? How do I maintain and keep my own peace? I saw Three of Cups here, celebration. Celebration, you want to have good times with people. You know, you want to be surrounded, again, that cups energy, feeling like you're surrounded by good emotions, good vibes, cups, that watery energy, just letting it come to you, man, flow to you. But also like Three of Cups, again, because it's like a celebration with people, you want to good friends, good again. And also Four of Wands, that was also like your environment. So who you're surrounded with. Maybe you want a more peaceful environment. You're knowing like what values to stand for and what not to. And again with that Leo, again that fiery energy about like knowing what you are, what you stand for, what you pick and choose, and then letting that come in for you. So I'm just gonna see if I can get like a good little shuffle and see maybe some advice on how, please Spirit, can the collective get this, bring more of this abundance into their lives, these good vibes, please Spirit, with the highest of love. How can they get more of these good vibes and abundance, and what's the next step they could take? So, all these came out reversed, but I'm gonna turn them upright. Because I wasn't really focusing on like getting reversals today, to be quite honest. Honestly, I just want to get the vibes. We've got Hermit, Queen of Swords, and the Hierophant. And honestly, if we did get them all reversed, it would kind of mean the same thing, but really about going inward. And about the Hierophant and the Hermit here both being major arcana. Hermit's associated with Virgo, Hierophant's associated with Taurus, both earth signs. Really honing in on that stability. You want to see it in your waking life. You want to be able to feel the vibes, learn more about yourself, which is the Hermit here. Queen of Swords, being discerning. So again, Queen of Swords is really good about cutting to the point, no bullshit, bro, You're doing that with yourself, and I feel like you're doing that like really inner work. Also, I would personally associate Queen of Swords with Aquarius, so that very like sort of almost detached, kind of still laid back, but like you know what you want, and like you've decided that for yourself, and now you're about to see that in your waking reality with the Hierophant. More so principles. Hierophant and like Taurus is like grounding in knowing, again, what to stand for, what values to spread, with that Venus energy also. Again, but deciding that with yourself. And I, again, like with that Queen of Swords, I always like, it's always I think so beautiful how she's sitting upon a throne that has a butterfly on it. And whenever I see a butterflies, that means like a lot of transformation, about like becoming a new version of yourself that you didn't, first of all, your past self would have looked at you and been like, wow, I can really become that. But also looking at your past self and being like, wow, look at what I once was and look at what I now can become. But also, it's funny that I bring that up. I feel like an important message here is like, do not beat up your past self for whatever it may or may not have been. Again, with Hermit, doing a lot of self-reflection. It's that inner work, that inner journey, knowing, because the Hermit here, you see, he is all by himself and he's very wise and has his coat and robe and shit, but he's guided by his own inner light. He holds it up for himself despite the weather that may be on the outside of him. And I feel like with this Queen of Swords, you're on your way to being more discerning with yourself about like, okay, what wisdom should I take and keep? Because you have this thirst for this hunger again, like for wanting to feel it and then spread it and see it in your waking life. And that Hierophant, again, it's like maybe not necessarily sharing it with others, because again, he's sort of like a teacher, sort of spiritual, like wise leader. But more so, he's just kind of like, as long as you know what you want and you know the principles of kind of how reality works, you can get it. Sort of the thing. And I feel like you're kind of there. Those are the vibes. You want to be more peaceful. Good for you. And again, like I asked Spirit, like again, like how can they achieve that? Maybe one more card. Please, Spirit. King of Wands, Six of Swords. Again, Six of Swords, moving on. The Chariot, Page of Wands. And again, it's funny because those all came out reversed. So I feel like maybe, and I did turn them upright, by the way. And that doesn't mean that I'm rejecting how the way they came out, but I just really feel like whoever may be watching this, maybe there's a lot of push. Maybe, you know, but I know that you're going in the right direction because I see that Six of Swords. You're doing the inner work. You're starting to be led in the right direction in that Chariot. You're about to take hold of all that rambunctious energy, fiery energy, again with the King and the Page of Wands. So again, you start with the Page, with the youthful kind of fiery side, and you want to mature and become this king, this leader, you know. So I feel like you're going to see this growth within yourself. And there's a lot of yellow, sort of like beige, sort of like energy here, again with all the blue. So it's like sort of using that like fired up, sort of like almost like this, what do you call it, solar plexus energy, this like confidence within yourself, and like bringing that out into your life by deciding. So using that blue, that intelligence, that wisdom, that intuition, but also being discerning, and then being able to see it appear in your reality. So those are the vibes, and I feel like that you're gonna do awesome as long as you stay true to who you are. Because a Leo, I feel like the only downside about Leo is that if they overstep on other people's what other like I feel like we're all entitled. Like Leo, the good thing about Leo is that because they're so like, you could say that Leos are full of themselves or showy or flashy or whatever, but honestly, they show us all that we can be who we are because we can only be ourselves. Like we're meant to be ourselves and like shine our light, as long as we don't step on others' lights or tell each other that we can't shine our lights, you know? Because we can all shine our lights just as bright. It's just that, you know, it depends how, when, where, why, who, why, what for, you know, sort of those kind of vibes. So sort of like, you know, maybe sort of the ambitions you have. You're moving past like the false maybe beliefs that you had once before, again with that Six of Swords, or maybe things that other people told you or were telling in your ear that maybe you had to believe this sort of thing. You're letting that wash away. The song I'm listening to right now is called Rain by Madonna. It's a really good ballad. But it's like, yeah, sort of like letting that wash away and then sort of feeling the light on your skin, feeling renewed, and then feeling the sun on your skin, and being able to have that, not maybe have it come from the outside, but have it come within, and then shine bright, and then feeling constantly renewed. Because it's funny, because it's like the King of Wands, and then it's the Chariot, and then the Page of Wands. So it's like kind of like in that order. It's almost giving like, oh wow, you have a good grip of what you want, and by honing that in, reining in both horses and leading it to where you want to go, you feel more youthful and more enlivened. Like, oh, I can have even more ambitions on top of this. I can achieve more in life, have more abundance, because one goal, once I achieve it, is going to lead to the other. And if something doesn't work out, then there's something more, you know. It's sort of giving that, like, it's going to lead to more abundance, and you're going to become more wiser if you keep practicing sort of washing away what isn't meant for you. But it's, again, there's no like serious, like, aside from the reversals, if you were to interpret every card being reversed, it could be, honestly, I just see that as like someone like knowing what they want and being so in tune and so in touch with like their own intuition, but just maybe having trouble manifesting it in their actual reality, you know, actually seeing it, you know, sort of the vibe. So maybe it's like kind of hidden in plain sight right now. Maybe, you know, it's almost like Hanged Man energy. You know, it's funny. What's on the back of the deck right here? Knight of Cups. It's about like a wish you want, sort of like romantic, but not in the sort. It's like romance, that word. I'm pretty sure if you look up the definition of it, it can mean like anything from like, spontaneous trip to somewhere, or like a romantic, like something dreamy, sort of like Pisces energy, something sort of, a good little dream, a good little getaway, a little escapade, if you will, a little imagination. You're going to use that to kind of enliven you and kind of see like where you can go next. Like I see like a little kid like in my mind, and like their like eyes are just widening, they're looking at everything, looking at all the colors, like like being stimulated by all the colors in a room, or like a classroom. Classrooms are really colorful, or like a zoo, like filled with all the animals and stuff. Like you're gonna have wonder in your eyes again, and like being able to see like the sort of those type of vibes. Wow. Like, but it's gonna start to come from within, because you're gonna know what you stand for, and you're gonna know self boundaries first and foremost, but then also like where you stand, and therefore sort of it's all going to come out from there. Those are the vibes. It's more so, I feel like this reading is focused on you more than anything else. Those are the vibes I'm kind of getting, and I kind of want to cut it off there because I do want to kind of keep these videos shorter. But yeah, just please let me know. I say keep being you. Let your dreams inspire you. It's okay to go after your dreams. If there's anything that I've learned the past year, and some wisdom that I would encourage others to spread, is that it's okay to chase your dreams and go after them. It just depends how you do it. And it depends if you know what you want, who you are. And there's nothing wrong at any part of your journey that you're at. It's just, even, and again, like even the fact that you're watching this, or even the fact that like you want more for yourself, shows like, that's the thing. Like, don't be too hard on yourself. Don't hate yourself. And like the fact that like you want peace. Like that's sort of the vibes. And again, I see all this yellow, but all this blue. So you're being like inspired and enlivened from within. And it's really energetic, really passionate. I see that in you. If no one else does, I see it. Sort of maybe a passion or something, or a dream, a vision, a goal, a quest that you maybe haven't revealed to others. Wow. And it's funny because the song Waterfalls by TLC is playing. I have a 90s playlist on right now. And it's like that song's about like, chasing, going after the right things, but like still like the song, the vibes it gives, like you can achieve a lot. You can go after what you want as long as, you go after the right things. Like, it's a labor of love as long as like you actually want the love, Like it's like, sort of that. I don't know. I guess that's the best way I could put it into words. Like maybe you're in a relationship and you're wondering, should I fight for this or something? But it's like, yeah, like maybe you're kind of questioning, or you may be single right now, and you may be questioning your values and what you seek in others before you like go out again. Maybe. Those are the vibes. Wow. Good for you. So keep up that beautiful rambunctious. I keep hearing the word rambunctious, beautiful, bright, youthful energy. And stay positive, girl. And keep up. Keep it up. Those are the vibes. Okay, I love you and I hope you're doing well, and just, yeah, stay focused on yourself and stay positive. Wow. Okay, I love you guys and I hope you stay tuned for the next reading. And yeah, well, I guess I'll just leave it there. Okay, bye guys.